My fiancé told me drunk, "I'm only with you until my ex gets out of prison. He's the love of my life. You're just a pathetic substitute keeping his bed warm." When I didn't react, she laughed and said, "You're so pathetic, you won't even fight for me." I didn't say anything because honestly, I was relieved. See, I'd been trying to figure out how to break up with Cassandra for months. She was gorgeous, sure, but completely exhausting. Everything was drama. Her job, her family, her friends, even ordering coffee became this elaborate performance. I felt like I was dating a tornado that looked really good in Instagram photos. The wedding planning had been a nightmare. Cassandra wanted everything perfect, which meant nothing was ever good enough. She'd fired 3 different vendors for not understanding her vision. She made our photographer reshoot our engagement photos 4 times because her smile didn't look authentic enough in the originals. She spent 2 hours at cake tastings complaining that vanilla was too basic, but chocolate was too predictable. But we'd already sent 200 wedding invitations, already put $15,000 in deposits down on the venue, catering flowers. My parents had flown in from Ohio twice for planning meetings, and absolutely adored her. My mom kept talking about what beautiful grandchildren we'd have, and had already started shopping for grandmother of the groom dresses. Breaking up would have been this whole nightmare of explanations, returned gifts, awkward conversations with vendors, disappointed family members asking what went wrong. I was basically trapped by logistics and other people's expectations. So, when Cassandra drunkenly confessed at her sister's birthday party that she was using me as a placeholder boyfriend, I just nodded and said, "Okay." She expected me to yell, to beg, to make some dramatic scene. Instead, I calmly asked, "When's he getting out?" "March," she slurred, looking completely confused by my reaction. "Perfect. That gives us 3 months to plan an organized transition." Cassandra sobered up real quick. "Wait, what are you talking about?" I pulled out my phone and opened a new note. "I'm making us a breakup timeline. We'll tell people we realized we're incompatible long-term, but want to stay friends. We'll split all the wedding costs 50-50. Cancel everything together so it looks mutual. You can even keep the engagement ring. Consider it payment for 2 years of pretending to love me." She stared at me like I'd grown a second head. "You're not upset, Cassandra. You just solved my biggest problem. If anything, I should be thanking you for being honest." We literally shook hands that night like business partners closing a deal. She moved back to her apartment the next week, and we spent January methodically untangling our lives. Called vendors together, split the cancellation fees, even wrote a joint Facebook post about our amicable separation. My friends thought I was handling the breakup with incredible maturity. Cassandra's friends thought she was being super mature about everything, too. Nobody suspected the truth. The funniest part, Cassandra started getting nervous as March approached. She kept asking if I was seeing anyone, if I missed her, if I thought we were making a mistake. I think she expected me to come crawling back, begging for another chance. Instead, I helped her pack the last of her stuff and wished her luck with the reunion. Her prison boyfriend got out on March 12th. According to mutual friends, he dumped her after exactly 2 weeks for some 22-year-old he'd been writing to while locked up. Apparently, Cassandra's wait for me story wasn't as unique as she thought. She called me crying that night, wanting to talk about us. I politely reminded her that there was no us, and suggested she try therapy. Meanwhile, I'm dating my neighbor's sister, Hazel, who thinks my life is perfectly boring and loves me for it. She's a librarian who gets excited about new book releases and makes amazing banana bread. Our biggest fight so far was about whether to watch Netflix or read before bed. Last week, Hazel said she feels so comfortable with me because I'm drama-free stable. If she only knew that my most dramatic relationship moment was when my ex-fiancé confessed to using me and I responded by making a spreadsheet. It's amazing how much happier you can be when someone actually wants to be with you instead of just tolerating you until something better comes along. Best accidental breakup of my life.